Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
Right. So the Lord is going to basically, He's going to dry up the earth so it don't bring forth any more water. He's going to, basically curse the ground of the soil, which it already is cursed, so it don't bring forth no more fruit. So what you're going to have is a lot of farmers, all right, a lot of, big companies who these grocery stores get their goods and, meats and different, food assets from, is going to cease, man. You're going to stop seeing, different food shipments come in, mainly in America, but also these other countries as well.
Guess what, it happened before, and there's no new thing under the sun. It already happened here, didn't it?
Right, you talking about the Great Depression?
Yeah.
I remember, I know that
second edge is 622.
the elder in London, he was breaking it down, pretty much during World War II, they had I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty much like a ticket, because during the war, there's it's like a shortage. Everybody had the shortage of food, or you know what I'm saying. So they had to get a ticket. So when they go to the store, they gotta give the ticket, can I get some bread or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the same thing's gonna happen here. There's gonna be a famine. People gonna have to ration their food.
Yeah, and it's only so much that you can buy. If it's a famine, you can't just say, give me this, that. No, you can only get this and this per household.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's gonna be to the chip.
That's right. Right.
Has anybody got? I got some water. All right, Zephaniah, 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. All right, so Maktesh was a great, it's like a marketing, type city in the ancient world. But like he was saying, there's no new thing, under the sun. Just one by one, things are gonna disappear. Especially with the essentials. Not only the extras, but the essentials, like he was saying, they're gonna have to ration out food, and things like that.
Man, I'm thinking
that's the times we're coming into.
Kind of Salaki. I'm thinking also about the jobs that's ceasing. That the grinding is ceasing right now. It's a gig economy. Everyone's doing Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, or some shit like that just to try to make ends meet, because the jobs is failing here in this place. Y'all got it though.
I'm gonna just continue on the Lamentations. It says, the hands of the pitiful woman.
Call that out, Baba Kasha.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 10. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden her, their own children. Meaning they cooked and boiled. It was a famine so bad that in the land, man, they ate their children, man. And the same thing is gonna happen here, man. You gonna get so hungry that your young babies is gonna start to look like Pizza Hut to you. They're gonna start to look like pork chops to you. Since you love pork so much, your child is gonna look like a pork chop sandwich. What do you do to a pork chop sandwich?
Because
if you're going off,
right. That's because when you starve of hunger, you start to have apparitions, and you start to imagine different things. You start to hallucinate. You start having mirages and shit like that. And then the Lord plague your mind for you to have demons, for you to do bugged out stuff like that, man. And the nigga women, they already cruel to their children, so it won't be hard for them to do such a thing.
What you just read, Salakia?
He was reading Lamentations.
Okay.
I'm about to get that
well, get that second Esdras first before you get that Genesis.
This is second Esdras, chapter 6.
You can start at 22. You might could start one up, 1 or 2 up. 15. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Start at 21.
This is second Esdras. This is the book of second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 21. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voice. The woman with the child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Okay. Y'all can speak on it.
It's gonna be a famine, man. These stores ain't gonna have goods no more. These stores, you can't go to the local neighborhood store and get that and buy this anymore, man. Because these stores is gonna be utterly wasted away. You see all these companies are starting to foreclose, man. All these Walmarts starting to shut down. I think I read an article. It was like 130 something Huntingtons closing in John Eagle, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Only that, the American dollar is going to shit. So it ain't gonna mean nothing, no way. They gonna try to amplify and push this chip because it ain't gonna be no currency. You gonna be stacked up $10,000 and ain't gonna be able to buy nothing with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what's gonna make it more tempting to get the chip, man. Because you're not gonna be able to eat. You're not gonna be able to get your natural resources to be able to, you know, cleanse yourself, to be able to keep up with your own hygiene, things like that, man. To support your family. So that's where the temptation gonna come in with that chip, though. But this is Genesis chapter 47, verse 15. And when money failed in the land of Egypt,
So that's the first time this doesn't happen.
Exactly.
History repeats itself, man. There's nothing new under the sun. And the money fell in Egypt, and the same thing is going to happen to modern day Egypt. The money system is going to fall. It's a bubble. What do bubbles do, man? They burst.
Right, and what they talking about, this global debt system, you know, it's they say like 22 trillion, but it's really upwards of like 200, in between 200 and 400 trillion.
And they settle out for the 20 children, but they can't even pay that
because they don't have it. But like you said, there's no new thing under the sun. You got it out. You can bring it back.
Genesis chapter 47, verse 15. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And Joseph said, give your cattle.
That's pretty much the point. You know what I'm saying? The money faileth in the land of Egypt. And pursuing Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, there's nothing new under the sun. And when you look at the history, I believe the president was Woodrow Wilson, who did away with the gold standard. The silver standard is not backed by gold or silver. The U.S. petrodollar is just that. It's for petrol, for oil. It's backed by their military, and that's it, man. All right? And their military is about to be disannulled, about to be destroyed by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man.
Right.
So the dollar bill is collapsing. The stores don't have enough food, okay, to feed the amount of people in regards of the what's the term they use in the world? Supply and demand. All right, and then on top of that, hey man, the infrastructure is piss poor terrible as well. The infrastructure of America, you look at these potholes, these streets, the railroads, the bridges, they don't have the money to, the buildings, they don't have the money to redo them or even destroy the old abandoned houses. So a lot of times they leave them up.
Even if they did, scriptures say they shall build, but I will throw down. So even if they did build this place up and fix it up, it was going to get destroyed anyway.
Right.
This 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 1. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord of Yahweh of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these days, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook of Cherith, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So even in the time of Elijah, there was famine. It was a famine, man. All right, but the Lord was faithful enough to feed Elijah because he was a righteous man. So even in the time of famine, this time when it's going to be worse than ever before, the Lord is going to feed us because we start serving the Lord, man. You know, just like in Isaiah 65, where it say, my servant shall eat, but they shall hunger, man.
All right, St. Matthew 6:31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High.
That's right.
And his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
That's right. That's right. You can speak on it. Salaki.
Or, you know, so, or, you know, that's going to be, or, you know, that's going to, you know, that's going to have to be, or, you know, the portion of faith, or, you know, that you, you know, Lord willing, still have, or, you know, in that day. Or, you know, that the Heavenly Father, or, you know, is going to, or, you know, look after you no matter what. Or, you know, not only now, but, you know, even more importantly, or, you know, in, you know, in an SHTF, you know, type of situation, or, you know, where, or, you know, there are no jobs, or, you know, there's no nothing, or, you know, but blind faith, or, you know, and then, or, you know, the Spirit just telling you to go in that direction, or, you know, and then, or, you know, just having the faith that the Heavenly Father is going to preserve you and deliver you.
That's right. That's right. That's what it's about to come down to, the wire, man. All you're going to have is faith. You got a precept?
This Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the window be darkened. Right, and that's just talking about basically all these stores closing, all these businesses is closing. That's what the grinders ceases is, you know. So, and when you see all these places, all these spots closing, that's how you know the kingdom itself is gonna close, man. You know, and it's not gonna be that place where everybody wanted to come to and shop. All of that's gonna be done away with.
This is the book of Isaiah 65:13. It says, I'm gonna start at 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, he did not answer. When I spake, he did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not.
You're going to have to bring that back, Lord willing, because what's coming to mind is, I believe, Jeremiah, the 8th chapter. I'm thinking of Proverbs 1 while you're reading it, but I'm also thinking of Jeremiah 8.
3.
No, I'm not sure, but he talks about, if it's not 8, then it's 9. It talks about where they ashamed when they committed abomination. He said they were not at all ashamed.
I think that's 8.
I think it is an 8. Go ahead, bring that back, Baba Kasha.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, no, Salakia. Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, he did not answer. When I spake, he did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold,
that's the point. You know what I'm saying? When all that hell breaking loose, that the servants that's doing the will of Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to be taken care of through that time period. Whereas those who didn't put their trust in the Lord, they were being simple. They're going to be passed on to be judged, man. They weren't being prudent. You know, they weren't looking well into their going. They weren't foreseeing the evil that's coming. So they're going to be taken through the martial law and through, you know what I'm saying, the things that the Lord has set forth for them, like the 4 sword judgments, the dogs that tear, and so on and so forth, man. Y'all got it. Bring them precepts out. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 1:24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also...
Hey, stop right there. That's the point. You said you set at naught all his counsel. What's setting it at naught? You made it a
Nothing to do with it.
you ain't want nothing to do with it, so to speak. Like Zechariah 7:11 said, they pulled away the shoulder, man.
That's right.
So in so many words, that's what he alluded to. He said you said at naught all my counsel.